Hey, what's going on? Welcome to a new video. So in this video today, I'm going to show you how you can make catchy and emotional house music. So one thing you want to do first is to pick a really emotional sound. One sound that you will never go wrong with is usually a piano, right? No matter what plugin you can use Omnisphere, you can use whatever you have. I'm going to start high like this, and then I'm going to go down to this chord here, and then I'm going to go up again, and then lower, and then go up again. So that's gonna be my chord progression. So you can tell that's kind of like a sad but emotional progression, because you want to evoke emotion when people listen to your music. That way they can feel some form of connection and they can translate it however they want to translate it. So let me go ahead and record that, right? So I'm gonna press record. And I'm just gonna quantize them. Okay, so I can just fix this one here so that it starts right on the beat. Then goes down, and then goes back up again. So that sounds really nice, right? So the next what you want to do now is you also want to look for something that's way more mellow than this piano. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this sound here. This is a nice, so this is this 80s sine synth. That's how it sounds. And then I'm just going to copy over this piano like this, and I'm gonna play it back. So what I'll do now is maybe I can lower down the piano because the piano is a bit louder than this sound. So now let me play back this second like really mellow sound on its own, and you'll hear how that sounds. It sounds like that. So if you want, you can actually copy this progression here that I created here if you want to like practice with it. So you can just pause this video right here and then just copy these notes where they are, and then you can just try them out and play around with them, try invert them and play around with them, and even transpose them and move them in different places to see how they can sound for you. But I wanted to show you this to show you that the key is to make sure that you start high, which is what I did with this first chord here that's going high like this, and then I go all the way down to here. So that feeling of coming from, you know, it's kind of signaling of an emotion of sadness and sorrow and going down like that. So that's what I choose. So if you want to create like a sad progression, you might want to make sure that your chords start high like this and then it goes down this way. If you want to create something that is more uplifting, you want to start low. You can start high like this. And then your other chords can pick up from there. So you go down and then you start going up to kind of resolve the chord progression just like that. And what I'll just do here is I'm just gonna make sure that I also add a bass. So what's also key is to make sure that the sound selection also goes with the kind of emotion that you want to evoke. So some sounds will force you to create something happy, and some sounds will force you to create something, you know, nice and mellow and sad. So what I did here is I picked this bass. So it's nice and soft. So that's what I'm gonna record in to add as a bass to this track here. Okay, so there's my bass line, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select and then quantize. So you can see what my bass line is doing is basically just kind of following where my chord progression is going. So I have these notes right here that are starting high like this, and then they go down to here, and then it goes up a little bit, and then down a little bit, and then it sustains all the way down like this, like so. So you make sure you want to start high and then go low, and then you sustain somewhere in the middle. So somewhere in the middle like this, but it just depends with how you're gonna structure your chord progression. You might play different chords than I just did right now. It's all up to you, but that's the key here. And also your sound selection is super key. You want to make sure you pick sounds that are nice and mellow, sounds that won't be, you know, too bright and too, I don't know, you know the sounds that I'm talking about, sounds that are just too energetic, if I can put it that way. Okay, so I also found some strings that I can add to this as well that sound like this. That sounds really nice. It also sounds like kind of like a woodwind sound because it's called blown string. So it's kind of like a hybrid between some strings and what do you call this? Like some flute sounds. So what I can do is I can just copy the same chords that I played here and then just copy them down like this. And then now take a listen to how all of it is gonna sound. That sounds super nice and mellow. It's not forcing a happy feeling, but it's making sure that, you know, everything sounds nice and emotional. But it's up to the listener to interpret what kind of emotion they are feeling. But it's making sure that it's pushed them on the side of, you know, nice and emotional. It hits you right in the feels. So that's what you want to do. So try it out. Try a chord that starts high first, and then it goes down, and then it comes back up, and then just goes down a little bit, but not as low as this second chord right here, and then it goes back up like this. Or you can just copy this chord progression and then build your track from there to practice to see what you can do. Oh, and before you go, make sure to check out this video where I shared an amazing hack of how you can arrange your music in a very simple way that's on your screen right now. Make sure to check it out so you can be able to finish all those songs that you haven't been able to finish. This is super easy to follow. See you there.